All right, I'm kind of into maps a little bit, and I thought that since we're talking so much in the world right now about what's going on in Europe, and like I said, not just on this show, in my personal life, this is the topic of conversation in the world. You take it for what it is. Listen, one thing you need to know about this show right here, when I'm looking at my feed in the morning, I'm truly trying to get a grasp of what is going on in the world. And there's a number of tools that we use to figure that out. And however you feel about this Ukraine situation, this thing is and having an enormous impact and an enormous amount of interest from people. And it seems to reach out and touch and affect such a variety of people, which is reflected in the data around this subject. So it's not that any other specific topic is being neglected intentionally. It's that this one right now is what has encompassed so many people's attention. And so that's what people need to hear about, think about, talk about. And I think part of it has to do with the potential for extremely dire consequences, which are fairly exclusive to countries that have nuclear capabilities. There's some sort of component. I remember when the news first broke, I was looking at hashtags on Twitter, and the nuclear conversation was there. Mm-hmm. And it's just, humans can't help this kind of, I don't know. I mean, fear obviously plays a role, but also just there's this age-old thing of us annihilating ourselves in some way. Right. That we would be dumb enough, angry enough, proud enough to figure out how to annihilate ourselves. It's like this age-old, and I think that this particular conflict has brought that back to the forefront, a conversation that hasn't existed in a very long time. Mm-hmm. So that's, anyway. But it is worth trying to understand a little bit more about how we got here with this specific situation. And I don't know how much people know about Russia, the USSR, Soviet Union, and sort of the post-World War II history around these regions, right? Because a lot of people are finding out, I mean, we're here in Canada, we're here, like, relatively new place in terms of the world historical scale. And some people here, just guys like you, Mo, how old are you?
17.
Oh, he didn't want to say his real age. Interesting. But yeah, people didn't. It's like the first. Let's see. So, World War II, last big war. You're finished with it. Late 40s over there. That means people alive from that period are continuing on to 2000, right? You have your first generation of people or a couple generations of people without any exposure at all to conflict, meaning even potentially grandparents who may have been affected by it,
right,
are no longer there. It's sort of just the realness of it fades. It almost...
Times of peace.
You exactly. You see clips and it's like, but it feels different. And I even run into a lot of people now and they're like, can't believe this is happening in 2022. And you know what I wanted to say?
What's that?
I bet you people in 1939 said the same thing.
Yeah.
After World War I, it was just fresh. It had recently happened. And here you are, and the world is breaking into conflict again. And you're like, I can't believe this is 1939. We're sophisticated.
Yeah.
Or whichever war you want to pick or conflict after, then it's never going to feel the right time for it. I'll tell you that. Now, I was of the opinion that the internet and social media was bringing people from different places closer together.
You hope.
More interconnectedness and things. But now you see the media landscape and you see the media wars going on. And the fact that even the information people can extract from the internet is limited by whatever controls exist. Or if you don't want to go the Russia-China route and say, oh, you have government-operated media, then what about even here where you have algorithms controlling what ends up in front of our eyes? Or what if you even go to the point of media concoctions where you have some modified video game footage that you scroll past and it becomes truth for you, and then it gets debunked 5 seconds later. We're looking at a video clip, it's debunked while we're shooting.
Yeah, while we're live.
It's a complicated landscape. It's not so simple. It's maybe not what people expected when he said, oh, everyone's going to be connected. Connected how? Truth is, what's true?
Very hard to tell these days.
Anyway, here we have some historical maps that will hopefully be interesting to people, as interesting to you as they were to me. There's one in particular I want to highlight, Will, which you can just scroll down here. Not this one. Not this one. This one. Scroll down a little bit further, actually. This one is the one. So this is the growth of Russian imperialism. Actually, you know what? You can click on the top one first. These are really nice, high-quality scans. And I want Will's going to appreciate, I just got to say, I want Will to appreciate the art style of mapping. Mapping used to be an art style, not an interface, like Google Maps or whatever, not completely devoid of personality. Like, look at this map. The Russian bear sharpens its claws. It has a title on the map, like it's a story or something. Yet it's an actual
like folklore.
It's great. Look at this thing.
Look at the train.
I think at some point in my life, Will, I'm going to be collecting old maps. At some point, I'm going to have like, I don't even need the NFTs. I don't need the Banksy. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to have some old maps. And I don't even need the originals. Who the originals would be.
That'd be nice. That's cool.
The originals would be really cool, but I don't think I need them. I think I can even have just
You
high
can
quality.
appreciate just this.
Yeah, I think because it's information. But anyway, so in you want to say something? Well, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, it's like in pristine condition. This one in particular.
Oh,
there's no rips or blemishes.
Well, I was thinking probably what happened here, though, Will, is that inside of your scan software, it has a lot of automated tools for like denoise and getting rid of specs. And I presume whoever scanned this would need a large format scanner, and they're probably pretty good at what they're doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, this particular map here talks about the expansion of the Soviet Union. And it's using those like red areas as the claws, sharpens its claws as it continues to gather territory.
Yeah, to expand.
Yes, that it's still reaching in those regions, and almost like talking proudly about these. It's such a different time. Now everything's got to be covert and secretive, but talking about these gains in a celebratory way. And so you can go down to the next map now, which is a little bit more typical to what we have, a little less artistic. This was, I guess, it was in a, click on it to make it full screen because it's also a pretty cool scan.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Very high quality.
Very high quality scan as well. Now you can just fit it to the display. What is it? The Sunday News. This was August. Ooh, it's too small for me to see. August 27th, 1961. Okay, if you're looking for context here. Now, these particular maps are created in such a way where you have 3 different colors in the legend. The red is Russia after World War I.
Okay.
The orange is Russia after World War II. And the pink is communist-controlled regions today in 1961. Right? So they're the communist-controlled regions. What the sort of statement of whoever wrote this article, created these maps, is that Russian influence was happening in a massive way in 1961.
Right.
And so that's why you have regions like China, you have regions like North Korea that are in this pink color. And it helps you to recognize, 1961 is not that long ago, it helps you to recognize how some of these alliances still exist today in this difference going back to some type of influences that have been ongoing for a long period of time. Okay, so you see the regions in Asia, you see Vietnam shaded in that color, what they're calling communist control today as of 1961. But I want you guys to focus actually on the orange regions. to the east, or sorry, to the west of the Russian line World War I. And what you'll realize here is this is when you start to encroach a little bit into historical Western Europe. You're getting in there a little bit. So the Orange region, let's say next to Poland, is actually a part of modern day Poland now,
Yeah.
which was a part of an acquisition, post-World War II acquisition of Russia. Countries like
Romania.
Estonia. No, sorry, I'm talking about the ones that are orange right now.
Oh,
So above
Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, and then parts of Finland. And I'm going to get to Finland in a moment because Finland is sort of at the core of something that's going on right now.
Oh.
But parts of Finland as well. And a lot of people, when they're thinking of proximity, Finland is plays an important role of being actually another Russian border country. But you're right. Romania, Poland, these regions had given up some territory post-World War II, which then after the fall of the Soviet Union kind of went back to their old lines.
Yeah.
Including Ukraine, which now, if you see down there, a lot around the Black Sea, you can see Crimea represented there. And I need you to get your mouse over to the left there, Will, where you see the number 10 and 3. Yeah, right there, above the Black Sea. In the red section, red and orange down there, you're talking about Ukraine right there. And actually this communist control, if you'll see after World War II, goes all the way to Germany.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to East Germany. It goes all the way to the Berlin Wall. An actual physical representation of the two different approaches, of the two different political systems. So this is the stage for where we are today. Like what year? Well, I apologize here because you just searched something, but what year was Vladimir Putin born? 1952. He was, Putin was 8-9 years old
Yeah, he was like
when that last map existed that way. All right, Mo? All right, Mo?
So he knows. He remembers.
Mo, are we on the same page now?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Will?
He's just shrinking down a little further.
Slowly.
No, he's just getting comfortable. He's getting comfortable. No. The people get worried about Mo. They're like, Lou, I think you're shouting at Mo. No. Listen. Mo loves every minute, right?
Yeah, I enjoy
the mapping and you're into it, right?
No, that's very cool. A lot of those like orange places, if Will can go back to it, they're like NATO now. Right?
Keep going.
I can't imagine Russia likes that.
Go ahead, Mo.
No, that's my point. Is that like I'm just saying that it's very interesting. I'm looking at some of these countries over here in the orange, and I now know that a lot of them are NATO countries.
Will has something to say as well.
No, Mo is right. Like, there's a reason why, just based on historical data, like you can kind of see like where NATO's encroaching into different areas.
Making Russia feel a little
Easy, Will. NATO encroaching. You're starting to sound like Channel 1.
No, I don't think
I'm RT.
No. But yeah. No, we're all in the same. Like, yes.
And Putin's kind of like has his back against the wall.
So the West has, the European Union, right?
Yeah.
The European Union in and of itself, this has strengthened these bonds in Europe, in the West, in the Western part of it. So, and then NATO's another piece and all the rest of it. But